What's up guys, Enkiri here, and welcome to vlog number 84. Today's vlog is a compilation of two separate but pretty solid upper body training sessions from the past few weeks. First up is going to be overhead pin presses, which are paired up with triples on the weighted chin-up. And then after is my very first session back to doing weighted dips after 4 or 5 months away from the exercise. I can't quite remember when I pulled it from the program, but I've got it back in now on just a once a week basis for the time being. So let's kick it off with the pin presses and chin-up triples. I'm using 167.5 pounds here for the presses, and things went pretty well here overall. I think I started off on this exercise doing triples with 155 pounds, and I worked my way up to here slowly over the course of a couple months, making just 2.5 pound jumps in weight every third or fourth session. So basically I start off doing triples with a given weight, and then I go for 4s with it the second time, and then 5s with it the third time. So this must have been my second time at this particular weight, and I think most of the reps moved pretty well. Now that doesn't mean they were easy, but even as fatigue was setting in, I think I managed to maintain pretty efficient technique for the most part, which makes even the difficult reps feel smooth. And I think that making heavy and hard weights feel smooth and efficient, even when they don't necessarily move really fast, is an important aspect to focus on during your training. I think I mentioned before that I switched this exercise up now. I'm still training it once a week, but now instead of focusing on 3s and 5s, I'm just doing singles in a loose EMOM style. So for instance, in my most recent workout, I did 20 singles with 170 pounds, and I think the block took 25 minutes total from rep 1 to rep 20. Now that's really not a bad density of work. I know someone's gonna chime in just to say, but Alec, you were doing 4s here with basically the same weight, and now you're just doing 1 rep at a time, so you must be weaker now. But that person is gonna be wrong. In fact, soon I'll be even stronger. Think of it like this. I did 16 reps here over 4 sets with 167.5 pounds. With 3 to 4 minutes in between sets, plus the execution of the sets themselves, it's gonna take me at least 20 minutes to get through all the sets. So now with the singles, I'm doing more reps with more weight in basically the same amount of time. And the icing on the cake is that workout, the 20 singles with 170, was easy peasy. There's a lot of room left for me to grow there. And you guys already know I'm gonna milk the hell out of it for the next few months. Slow and steady, and I'll put you all to sleep while I sit here and add 2.5 pounds to the bar once a fucking month. But you know what? That's just how it's done, man. We can't all be blasting tests and adding 50 pounds to the bar every week. The shit just isn't realistic. And in a year, my delts will be stronger and my body will be just a little bit more muscular. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Now for these chin-ups, I'm still doing 5 sets of 3 with every rep done from a dead hang in the bottom position. I'm up to 102.5 pounds here, and I think that overall the reps were still moving pretty damn well during this session. Same deal here, I've just been adding 2.5 pounds per session, trying to work my way up to a reasonably heavy 5x3. At some point, if I want to hit some big chin-ups again, I'll have to start doing them twice a week, with one day being focused on volume and the other day being focused on intensity. But I'm not quite ready for that just yet. I did actually change things up a little bit, which you guys will see in just a minute with this next session coming up here. I paired the chin up with the heavy dips, and I just needed a little bit of a change of pace, mostly for the sake of my sanity. So instead of working the repeat triples that day, I just ramped the weight up with each set on both exercises. But we'll get to that in just a minute. Alright, so on to the weighted dips. This was my first time doing these since September or so, maybe even a little bit longer. I don't really remember, but it's all written down in my journal. So I decided to pair these with the chin-ups, and I figured I would just ramp up to a decent set of 5 reps on both exercises, and then just kind of take it from there. I ended up working up to 125 pounds for a set of 5 on the dip and 100 pounds on the chin-ups, but I only managed 4 reps there, unfortunately, which was disappointing. The chin-ups just weren't as solid here as they were in the other session. If I had gone for 5 reps with 102.5 pounds the other day, I think I would have gotten it for sure. But oh well. At that point, though, I decided to continue to ramp the weight up on the dips and drop the chin-ups down a little bit and get in some reps. So I did 2 triples on the dip, the first with 145 pounds, and then the top set of the day with 165 pounds, which was a pretty solid set. The third rep was pretty damn tough to lock out, but considering how long it's been since I've done any dips at all, I'm happy with this performance. I actually think it matches the best triple I've ever done on the exercise. I know I've done 180 for 2 reps, and I want to work that up to a triple as well, but that's going to take some time. But up to this point, I had never tried to do a dip with more than 4 plates, which is 180 pounds. So I have a PR triple and a PR double, but I don't have a PR single. And I'm obviously not quite as good at the exercise right now as I was last year due to lack of practice, but after hitting that triple with 165, I decided I would get myself a tiny little PR on the exercise and establish a new max single for me to try to beat in the coming months. So I loaded 185 pounds onto the belt and I cranked it out. It also ended up being a pretty good bit tougher than I had hoped it would be, but I locked it out, and that's the most important part. But anyway, I think that is about all I've got for today, guys. Please be sure to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and definitely leave me some love in the comments down below. Keep training hard, and I will catch you guys next time.